Misha smiles. That's what his colleagues called him until they found out that he had committed 86 murders of innocent women and one man, the Hamgar Maniac, the shadow of Chikatilo, the maniac in uniform. All this is the nickname of Mikhail Viktorovich Popkov. He was born on March 7, 1964 in the city of Norilsk. In his youth, he was fond of skiing and worked as an operational duty officer at the number 1 police station in the city of Angarsk. All the colleagues always said that he was the most positive and cool man. He also had a family and a daughter whom he loved just to the point of impossibility. She still calls herself Teddy's daughter and says that he devoted a lot of time to her, but even here, not everything is so rosy because one day Mikhail just caught his wife cheating. And as a child he saw his mother cheating on his father. All this left a cruel imprint on his psyche, and he just harbored a huge grudge against women. In the period from 1994 to 2029, very brutal murders were carried out in Angarsk. Popkov used different murder weapons: an axe, a knife, a garrote, a rope. Sometimes he used several murder weapons at once. He burned one victim and even cut out the heart of another. Also, in 29 murders, 28 girls were intoxicated and only one was sober, and the only one who was not raped. He strangled her with a scarf and stabbed her dead body. In 9 cases, the victims died from multiple blows with an axe. The girls were mostly young, of average height, and a little overweight. Only 4 girls were between 36 and 40 years old. I want to watch an interview on Sasha Sulem's YouTube, where you're simply horrified by the feeling of adequacy of this person. You literally look at it and think, oh, what a kind grandfather, and why was he put in prison at all? Then you get disgusted with yourself and you realize how cunning and smart he is. And he doesn't feel a bit remorseful. Since he worked in law enforcement, he was in a uniformed police car and often just drove the girls home. And at that moment, he was deciding which girl could take her life and which one could not. And he mostly didn't touch decent people. And those who were drunk, now there will be a very ironic moment. He worked as a taxi driver. According to him, the girl who did not take care to call a taxi so as not to stumble upon such a maniac, she herself deserved and provoked this death. To which Sasha Sulem asks, "You used to work in a taxi yourself?" To which he replies that he only went there for 2 days and couldn't stay there for a long time. He's an insanely contradictory personality, because in an interview that was released 10 months ago, he says that he has no remorse and it is difficult to repent of these crimes that have already occurred. And the interview that was released 2 years ago, in which he says that he deserves the death penalty and is very remorseful about everything. In 1998, an investigative group was formed to investigate the case of this maniac, but in a year and a half nothing has changed. They have not come to anything. In 2000, Nikolai Kitaev's group began investigating the case. Cheater analyzed 15 cases of unsolved murders in Angarsk and came to the conclusion that the investigation was conducted poorly. In particular, when on January 28, 1998, an unconscious underage raped girl was found on the side of the road, who later testified against Popkov. On January 27, a driver in a police car dressed in a police uniform offered to take the girl home. She agreed. He took her to the forest, forced her to undress, and then beat her unconscious with her head against a tree. He subsequently raped her. This case, however, remained unsolved. And in March 2001, Nikolai Kitaev was dismissed from this investigative group. In an interview, Mikhail Popkov claims that he deliberately refused to kill. He said that quitting killing is easier than quitting smoking cigarettes, and he quit because he saw a headline in a newspaper saying that the investigation has the killer's genetic material. According to other sources, Popkov told the investigation that he had given up killing because of impotence, which subsequently developed into a serious sexually transmitted disease. In 2012, the seemingly failed cases were restored and a 2003 examination of one of the victims was conducted. According to the results of the examination, it was found out that the maniac was Mikhail Popkov. On June 23, Popkov was detained and charged with 3 murders of women and 2 attempted murders. But Popkov did not resist and hesitated and confessed to dozens of crimes committed by him. And on October 31, 2013, Popkov was charged with 22 murders and 2 attempted murders. More than 300 forensic medical examinations and more than 25,000 ethical studies were conducted in this case. On January 14, 2015, Popkov was sentenced to life imprisonment. After that, he immediately testified and told about dozens of murders, namely 59. And during the investigation, it was revealed that he does not suffer from any mental illnesses. In 2020, Mikhail confessed that he had committed 2 more murders during that period, and he already has 4 sentences, 9, 10, and life imprisonment. He has been serving his sentence in one of the prisons for a long time. And he tells one of the interviewers that he is here as if on vacation, and then tells someone that he did not say that. Mikhail's actions defy the mind of a normal person, and there is no explanation for them. Thank you for watching. Write in the comments about whom to tell next. Subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.